Hey, if you're watching this video, you're probably thinking of trying Xpressio, which is by far the best thing you can do for your business. You see, in just a few words, Xpressio is the one-stop shop platform for everything you would need for your event planning business. From planning and managing events to managing and growing your business. Everything under one umbrella. Now, with that being said, let's dive into the computer and I'll show you exactly what it's all about. Okay, now with that being said, we can go ahead and dive right in. And yeah, let me show you exactly what it's all about. Full transparency before we begin. As you'll see in just like 2 minutes, we have a lot of different features in here. And honestly, I don't want to keep this video too long. So instead of diving really deep on every single one of them, I'm just going to give you kind of like an overview of everything so you can just understand the idea and what you can actually do using Xpressio. And then if you like it, of course, as you probably saw on our website or in one of our emails, we do offer a 2-week free trial. So if you like it and you think this is something that you might want to try out, you can just go ahead and sign up absolutely for free without committing to anything, and go ahead and play around with it. As you'll see, this software is extremely user friendly and very easy to understand. So you don't really need to learn how to use it. You can just sign up, figure it out by yourself. And if you do run into any problems, you can always use this little chat box in here to reach out to support, and we will be happy to help with whatever we can. So let's go ahead, dive in. This is Xpressio. This is what it actually looks like when you first log in or sign up. And as you probably know, we do have 3 main features, and every single one of them includes a few sub features. So the first feature is the planning hub, which will allow you to actually plan out and manage your events. The second one is the business hub, which allows you to manage and grow your business. And the third one is the floor plans hub, which allows you to create real-time floor plans and layouts for events. Now I'm going to be showing you every single one of these features. So yeah, you signed up. First thing you want to do is you probably want to change your logo, so you can rebrand this software to be as your own. So if you create sub accounts for clients, vendors, and team members, they're not going to see Xpressio, they're going to see your logo, which is super important when it comes to branding. So you can just go ahead and click on this arrow, click on your name, edit your profile, scroll down, and just upload your company logo in here. This will automatically happen once you upload your logo. So yeah, so as you can see, this is the main dashboard. You have a few features that you can choose from. You have the CRM, which is the business hub. You have the events, which is upcoming events, as in active events. You have past events. We still save that information for future reference. You'll see why in like 2 minutes. You have the My Contacts, which, my opinion, I always recommend my clients always when you first sign up, log in, go to My Contacts and just upload your contacts, because this will allow you to save all your contacts all in one place, so you don't have to manually add them to every single event separately. So as you can see, I went to My Contacts. You have clients, venues, and vendors, and you can just start by adding some contacts. Now you can either add them manually. So if you have a venue that you're usually using and you want to add them to the contacts, you just go to venues, you click add venue, then you put in all the information about them in here, you click add, and it will automatically be added. Or you can use the import button. We also provide you with kind of like a template, so you can create a CSV file or Excel sheet based on that template and then upload them in bulk to Xpressio, so you don't have to add every single contact separately. You can just do it 5 seconds. They will all be imported automatically to Xpressio. So the first thing you want to do is you can go ahead and upload some contacts. The next thing you can do, and we'll start with the planning hub, is you can just start creating events and managing them. You can just go to events. As simple as that, you create a new event by clicking this button, create event right here. The first thing it's going to ask you is, do you want to use a previous event as a template for this one, or you want to choose one of the pre-made templates that we have ready to go on the platform? So what I usually recommend on doing is starting with a pre-made template, customize it however you want, and then you can use that one as a template for any future events, if that makes sense. So yeah, if I choose a template, I can click select. As you can see, we have a lot of different template types in here, from weddings to bar and bat mitzvahs, social events, corporate events, and more. Let's go with weddings, for example. I'm going to choose the bride and groom. I'm going to click next. I'm going to put some information about this event into Xpressio so it does everything automatically. Now, as you can see with groom and bride name, you can either just click it and you'll automatically see the client list from my contacts. So you can just easily just choose one of your clients, or you can click create new one, which will not just assign the specific client to this specific event, but it will also automatically save it under my contacts for any future reference. So as you're building more events and adding more contacts, you're building your database as well. So let's say client name Sean, for example. I'm going to click add. For bride, I'm going to go with Courtney. And now for the event name, I can name it, let's say, Sean and Courtney's wedding. I can choose a date, let's say December 5th, just a random date, of course. You can upload an event image if you want. That's not necessary, but if you want, you can do that. Now you can go ahead, click next, and start populating the theme for the event. Now, don't worry if you still don't have the final event day theme. You can always come back to this screen and make any changes that you want. So we'll start off with venue. Again, same thing. You click wedding venue, you'll automatically see all the venues that you have saved under my contacts. So you can either just choose one of them or create a new one that does exactly what it does with the client. So, you're building your database here as well. Let's go with Maymont Park, for example. Now we can do the same process for vendors. You can choose a baker, you can choose a caterer, you can use ceremony music or cocktail music, whatever that might be. Of course, as you can see now, I'm just choosing random vendors, but you can go through this process yourself. So yeah, I'm going to click next. I'm going to review some information. If it all looks good, I'm just going to go ahead and click submit. And that's pretty much it, right? I'm going to give this software like 10 to 15 seconds to generate the event and load up the templates. And now instead of creating everything from scratch, I can just go ahead and start, just customizing the templates and creating my event, if that makes sense. So just a few seconds and the event is ready to go. As you'll see right now, we have this event, Sean and Courtney's wedding, and we can go ahead and start customizing it. The first thing is the event summary, which you can put in some basic information. You can view all your venues and vendors if you want to make any changes to that. You can create new sections. So for example, if you want to create a vision board, you're going to click this plus button in here. You can either choose files, lists, or both. Let's say I want to do a vision board with some videos and images. I'm going to do files. I'm going to go to the new section I created. I can name it vision board. Oh, yep. I can do vision board update, and now I can just basically upload files in here, images, videos, whatever you want to do, kind of like a Google Drive folder. So you can have everything in one place. So you can add one for contracts or songs or whatever you want to do. You can also do some lists, as in checklist, like client checklist and stuff like that. We do have the checklist feature, which is a bit more comprehensive, but sometimes, usually our clients, you like to use the checklist feature for, so internally, and then you can create a client checklist in here. And of course, you can create access to your clients. So they come in, they see their checklist, and everything is just, well adjusted. So yeah, this is the vision board. This is the event summary. You understand you have, you can create multiple different, just sections in here. Of course, you can go ahead and start building a timeline. As you'll see, you do have the basic template of the timeline. And the beautiful thing here is everything is completely customizable. So if you want, you can drag and drop it. If you want, you can click a specific item and make any change that you want. For example, by David. And if you want, you can make this in bold. You can assign it to a specific vendor. You'll see why you can do that in just like 2 seconds. And when you click update, it automatically happens. So you can either just customize one item at a time, or if you want, you can also do it in bulk. So for example, something came up and you want to push back the entire event by 5 minutes instead of going one by one, you can just click the check all box, click edit time, choose minutes, go with 5, click update, and as you'll see, the entire timeline will be pushed back immediately and automatically 5 minutes into the future. When you finish working on your timeline, of course, you can either preview, download, or send email as a PDF. This will automatically generate you the entire timeline in a PDF format, rebranded PDF format. So your logo, the logo that you uploaded to the system, and your name, everything under your name, completely rebranded, so you can share it with vendors and clients or venues or whatever you want. The reason you can assign specific vendors to specific timeline tasks is because sometimes you wouldn't want to send vendors in their entire timeline. You only want to send them their timeline. And when you assign a few different tasks to different vendors, you can just go to roles, and this will automatically generate uh, like a specific timeline per vendor, right? So you have, for example, Emma Rentals, you only see her timeline with the tasks that are assigned to her. And when you click this PDF icon, this will automatically populate her email address. You can click send, and she will automatically get only her timeline. So this is in a few words about timeline. You have the budget feature as well, where you can create a budget for this event. You can manage both expenses and income. Let's say first thing we want to do is we want to enter a budget. Let's say 100K. We can click add. Now we can go to expenses. Of course, you can change that if you want. And you can start just populating it with categories and items. So let's say, for example, alcohol as a new category. Let's say 15,000. Let's do venue expenses as a new category, 12.5. Let's do food, new category, let's say 20 grand. You can click add, and now you can start populating these categories with items, so it will automatically populate the entire budget. So for example, I can put in cocktails. I can do it as a new item under alcohol. Now I can put in the price either for all of the cocktails per event or per item. So let's say, for example, each cocktail is $12. And so I'm going to put in 245 units. It will automatically make the calculation. And when I click add, everything is calculated automatically. The total event budget, the category budget, you'll see the progress bar automatically populates. Everything happens automatically. With the checklist, this is a really cool feature as well. So like I mentioned, in the vision board, you can create a kind of like a basic checklist, like the one in the iPhone, where you just put in tasks and then you can mark them as done. This is a bit more comprehensive way to do that. So let's say I want to book a venue. I'm going to click add task, book a venue. I can choose a due date. I can choose a reminder date. Now, the cool thing here, it will only remind you to do this task if you still haven't marked it as done before the due date. So, when you have a lot of events and a lot of different checklists in here, this is just a really cool way of staying organized. So we can choose a status. Let's go with to do. We can select priority. Let's go with high. And of course, you can add tags later on. You can filter the entire checklist based on these tags. So this is very easy to work with as well. You can just type in whatever you want, click enter. Let's say booking as well, click enter, just creating new tags. And when you click add, it is added to the checklist. And from now on, everything you do automatically populates. So if I want to change the status from to do to in progress, boom, it automatically happens. If you want, you can mark this in done. Beautiful. You can cancel that, of course. And if you're more of a visual person, you can go to the board view and just drag and drop and play around with it a little bit, which is awesome as well. Let's continue. Event contacts is exactly like my contacts, but only the people that are assigned to this specific event. So instead of looking at all your contacts, you'll only see the contacts that are assigned to this specific event. You can go to clients, venues, vendors. If you want to choose, for example, if you want to create 10 venues in here, you can do that. If you want to add multiple vendors under the same category, you can do that as well. You can manage a guest list here as well, either import from a list that you have or just add them manually. You can put in seats, party names, RSVPs, meals, and pretty much all the information you would want. The event workspace is pretty cool. This is where you create sub accounts for your clients, team members, and vendors with different permissions. So you can just basically go right here. What you want to create a sub user for your client, you can, for example, add a new client, put in their information. They'll automatically get an email with their own login credentials and their own permissions to the system. You can choose exactly what kind of features they will have access for. So if I want to, for example, I want to give my client access for everything except for the checklist, because we do that internally, I'll just turn everything on except for the checklist. Now they're not going to even see that there is a checklist in the bar right here. And now you can choose what kind of permission you want to give them to every single one of the features that you created them access for. So you have three type of permissions. You have view, which will allow them to just view and see everything without changing it. You have the admin access, which will allow them to change whatever they want, or you have the edit with approval permission, which means they can change whatever they want, but you or one of your admin team members will have to approve the change before it actually happens. So yeah, so this is in a few words about the planning hub. The business hub is very, very simple. Okay, so my bad, this is the floor plans. Let's do the floor plan hub first. As you can see, I created a new event. Now I can basically just use our let me just show you. You can choose an event venue. You can just we have a database of more than 35,000 halls and venues all around the US and Canada. So you can just let's say, for example, you want to do hall, click search, and yeah, now you'll basically just see, all the ones that says whole. I can choose, let's say go with alumni hall. I can select this one, and now I can basically just create a floor plan, view floor plan, and I create a new layout or a new floor plan for this event. You'll automatically see the floor plan and the layout that they have for this event. And now you can just go ahead and kind of like customize it. So yeah, you can choose a venue. Let's go with alumni hall. Now you'll be able to choose from one of the halls that they have. You have the, as you can see, you have the ballroom, the annex, or the terrace. Let's go with the ballroom, for example. Yep, I can just go ahead and name it, let's say, ballroom. I can create a floor plan, and in just a few seconds I will be able to customize everything. So of course you can either choose a venue from the database that we have. If not, you can just go ahead and upload a custom PDF of the venue, of the layout that they have, and then you can customize that one. So here, yeah, you can just basically I like to do it without the canvas grid. It just looks a bit more clean to me. You can, of course, here you can upload the floor plan image, and basically, yeah, you can just go ahead and start populating it with, you can do custom shapes, you can do specific tables, you can assign specific guests to specific tables, and this will automatically populate with the guest list. So yeah, you can choose one of the tables. You can go to the sitting charts, create tables. Here you'll automatically see the guest list, and you can assign them to specific tables. So let's say, for example, I want to create 6 tables of 4 people, just an example. I'm going to click add, and now it will automatically add everything. I can start customizing it. Let's say this one is going to be friends. And yeah, you can basically just start customizing it. You can drag and drop guests into specific tables. You can view all guests or unassigned guests, the guests that are not assigned to a specific table yet. Yeah, basically it's completely customizable, and you can just create the floor plan and the layout for the event. And the third feature that I wanted to show you today is the business hub, which is very, very cool, because you'll be able to not just manage and plan out events, but you can also manage and grow your business using Xpressio, because it's truly a one-stop shop for everything. So the first thing you want to do is you can go ahead and just upload some contacts in here. You under the opportunities tab, it's kind of like a pipeline. You can create as many pipelines as you want. For example, you're going to capture leads from your website. You can create all the stages exactly like you want them. Everything here is customizable. You can assign them to a specific person on your team. You can drag and drop it. You can, basically create as many pipelines as you want. You just gonna go ahead and click add new pipeline. Let's say website leads. Then you can, let's say, new lead, add new stage, interested, not interested, closed. Just an example. You can go ahead, click save, and now you created a new pipeline. You can go to your pipelines and just add new leads in here, and just basically, so this is the one I created. You can add new leads in here. You can set up an automation that automatically sends leads in here, and you can basically just customize it and manage them through here. You also have a conversation tab, which is huge, because this will allow you to communicate with your clients using text messages and emails. The only thing you need to do is you go to integrations. Okay, you go to integrations and you integrate the system that you use for emails and and text messages. So you can either ask us for a custom integration, or if you're using, for example, Gmail or Google, you can just go ahead and connect your account. If you're using Twilio, for example, for text messages, you can just go ahead and connect your account. Super easy to do. You can also set up your Stripe or QuickBooks, whatever you're using for payments, because we also have an invoicing feature, which allows you to create templates and create invoices. You can send them to clients. You'll see all the information in the dashboard in here. You can go to templates, and you can basically just create new templates. You can customize everything. So let's say I'm going to create a new invoice from scratch. I'm not going to even do it from a template. You can basically just create a new invoice from scratch. You can upload your company logo, all the information for yourself, for your clients. You can add your client, you can add items and choose exactly, how much they're going to cost, or is it a digital good or physical good or a service. You can basically just create an invoice in here. You can send it to your clients, and you'll be able to collect payments using Xpressio as well. So as you can see, it's truly a one-stop shop for everything. You can even send invoices, you can send contracts and e-sign them, the contracts with your clients. You can create proposals and manage proposals. Same goes pretty much everything. You can create templates yourself. You can send it to clients. And as you can see, once again, I see this is only already like almost 22 minutes. So I'm not going to keep this video too long again. But as you can see, we have tons of different features. We have 24/7 support. So we are here for you. Anything you want to do with Xpressio, you can. And the beautiful thing here is you don't even need to listen to me. You can just try it out yourself, because you do have a 2-week free trial. You're not going to pay anything. You're not going to commit to anything. You can just sign up real quick, give it a shot yourself, and see how easy it really is to take your event planning business to the next level. So thank you for watching. I appreciate that. You can go ahead and click the button below this video or above this video, or wherever that might be, and go ahead and sign up to Xpressio. We'll see you on the other side, and welcome to the family.